This is
Welcome to the NTV Taps podcast. We're back.
take
Why?
5.
No. Take 1.
Sorry. We do this first try.
First, I don't. Stop.
Mother flippers.
You're ruining it.
Yeah. That is my goal.
You might be wondering why we're back. Sort of
weird.
funny, yeah.
Yeah. Why are we back?
Nobody's
It's been 2
listening
years
to it,
actually.
You know what? This is the revival of NTV. You know, we're gonna come back stronger than ever. Really, just.
I think we're gonna, do better this time, right? I love that.
Do you hear that thumping?
Your neighbors are just playing the drums.
What is happening? Is that
Good
like
timing.
just somebody out there hitting something against a child?
I think they just threw a chair at a wall a few times, and then they're like, "Yeah, that'll do."
Yeah, here's a fun story. Some of my neighbors went to jail.
Wow, that's a really good story. I like the part where
The police came, and it was like they had to leave the house because they weren't. Because
that's what happens when you go to jail. You have to
one of them in the family went to jail, and then everybody else moved away to be closer to the jail. I don't know, but
well, it's nice, wholesome, really.
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, may as well visit your uncle while he's being butt fucked in prison, like.
What? I got none of that. It sounded like
too quickly, too quiet.
like lyrics to a rap song.
Speaking of songs, I have a bit that I prepared for the podcast because I prepared, unlike someone, fucking asshole.
Wasn't me. I prepared.
Anyway, so you ever heard the Hamish and Andy podcast?
No.
Australian legends, Hamish and Andy.
Never heard of them.
Fuck you. They have a podcast, right? And they had this bit on their podcast that I really liked when they first started it. So I think we're gonna steal it, like blatantly.
Oh, in the spirit of us, nothing is our own.
Nothing is
take
sacred.
it from people, but it's like, can you even call it plagiarism when you credit them? Is that
This
just
is blatant stealing.
It's an Easter egg.
They came up with this bit, and we're gonna take it.
Okay, well, I feel like we shouldn't talk about that because we'll get sued. So just if we came up with it right now.
Sorry, I came up with this amazing idea on my own.
Yeah, let's get the story straight.
Yeah.
If they come asking, we made it up at the same time.
Of course.
Parallel thinking.
Yeah, our podcast started actually at the same time as theirs did.
Yeah.
Around that time.
Yeah. So
I
is that
think
true?
they were slightly before us, so it's fine. We planned it before we started, obviously.
We're long timers here in the podcast
We're the
industry.
OGs.
Exactly. We were here before all of them started making podcasts.
H3.
Joe Rogan, more like Joe
Bogan.
What does that
Got
mean?
I don't know. It's not really an insult, is it? Anyway, my bit that I'm gonna steal from them is they had this whole thing where they wrote a song episode by episode where they added 1 or 2 lines to a song every episode.
We're not gonna be able to do that. Are you kidding me?
No, I think this is a great bit because they did it. And the thing that
They're
they
professionals.
did, they're fucking radio hosts.
We are 2 idiots. Radio shows are professionals.
No. We can
Radio
do
shows
this.
are pros.
No. I'm pretty confident in our ability to steal this bit.
Okay.
So basically in the first segment where they did this, they came up with an idea and 1 line.
Okay.
Right? And then every episode they sort of added 1 or 2 lines or themes they wanted to talk about in the song.
Okay.
And they did that for 5 episodes. And then they just did it behind the scenes and finished the song.
Okay.
Right? I think we should do that. I think it'd be fun.
Okay. So what's the theme? What kind of song is it?
So I prepared a few themes, right?
Okay.
But I was hoping you'd have something because my themes suck.
Well, yeah, I'm. They call me spontaneous man because I'm spontaneously thinking of cool ideas.
You didn't
all the
fucking
time.
plan anything.
That's dude. In the nature of spontaneous man, I don't have to plan anything.
Sorry. Well,
I can just make stuff up.
shit, he's a genius.
I know. What's your theme?
Yeah. So I have my first theme is Disney Princess Song, which which is a duet, right? So you be the princess, I'll be the
Why do I
prince.
have to? Okay, you know what? I'm not actually that mad about it, but
Yeah, no, I figured you'd want to be the princess.
Yeah,
I just sort of felt more
I
natural.
immediately went to like criticize it, and then I thought about it and I was like, actually, I want to be the princess.
Yeah, no, it felt more right, you know?
The cuter one. Who fucking? Okay, listen. It's called Aladdin, but nobody likes Aladdin.
Everyone just likes the genie from that movie. Aladdin's kind of like, ugh.
Dude, what do you mean? I fucking love Jafar.
Yeah, he's so far away. Oh. I couldn't even finish the joke. It's just bad.
You know, in the live action Aladdin, how Jafar's just a guy. He's literally just, he's not even evil.
I didn't
he
watch
doesn't
the
have
live
plans. Oh, he's just a guy who's like, I'm here, hey man, and he's not threatening at all.
And Will Smith's a fucking genie.
I mean, Will Smith is so cool though.
You remember when he was blue? In like all the trailers? And then they had to change it because people shit on it.
Well, they didn't change it. He is blue.
Is he blue in the movie?
Yeah, no. Okay, so he's like, oh, I'll take a form that's easier for you to see or whatever,
Oh.
some shit, and then he just turns into Will Smith.
That's
But
so
like,
stupid.
But like, he comes out and he's like, hey, you fellas, and he's blue and big.
Why would they not just keep him blue then? Like, just pick one or the other.
Yeah, I don't know.
No one would have questioned it if he was just not blue. Everyone would be like, ah.
I feel like they could have gotten a better actor to perform Will Smith.
Will Smith's really gone downhill since Suicide Squad.
Dude, I mean,
That was-
Deadshot, I think, is one of like his peak moments in his career.
No, I think that's where his career died. He was like really good before then.
Remember when Will Smith, Deadshot, missed Harley Quinn, and he was like, I missed. And it was supposed to be like a really like cool bit in the movie where he's like, I saved her life.
Yeah,
And then they were like, oh, why'd you miss? And he was like, I just did. I just missed, man, or whatever. But it was just him like setting up a shot and then like missing.
Yeah,
It was so
right.
funny.
It's like that badass moment in like scenes where someone shoots a bullet and they like get the person and it's so clutch. Like in the new Suicide Squad.
I haven't
it?
seen the new Suicide Squad.
Oh, I watched it. It's
Really?
pretty cool.
Did you go to cinemas?
Yes.
Without me.
Yeah, without you.
Okay.
May have allegedly pirated.
You
Allegedly.
I mean, I'm not confirming nor denying, but I did
Yeah.
steal it.
I did. I would never pirate. I lawfully watched it in the cinema.
Is pirating even theft? Do you think?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's in the definition of pirating.
No.
It's like,
Good pirates don't steal.
you're right.
That's the pirate code or whatever.
That's not the pirate code.
It's the.
I
it's
watched
the-
Pirates of the Caribbean recently.
Yeah, and they say don't steal.
No, they
It's illegal.
steal a lot. That's like their whole thing.
You wouldn't download a car, you know?
If I could, I would. This is the dumb thing with that ad. I would totally download a car if I could. They're expensive as fuck.
You wouldn't download a house. Gosh,
Why would you not?
Damn it. Is like the actual thing you wouldn't steal a car, right? And then it's like, oh, pirating is theft. It's not because you wouldn't
No,
download a car.
I think it is
dumb.
the line. You wouldn't download a car. I don't think it's you wouldn't steal a car.
Is it actually download? No, they can't. It can't be.
We could Google it, but we won't.
No. What's your theme?
My theme. Oh yeah. Back to the song thing.
Song.
So obviously Disney princess duet. You know, we do like a classic Disney song where we have like enchanting music, and then we do a duet.
I can show you the how.
Yeah, like that, except better. Fuck, I forgot all my themes.
This is good. I mean,
No, that's it. That's all I got.
That's
I
all you
forgot
got?
all my themes.
did you not write
I
it
didn't
down?
write them. I have like 30 things written down on my list, and I didn't write down my themes.
The hell is wrong with you? This is your idea. I have no idea what this original bit that we're stealing from it.
Wait, the other one was a fast food musical.
Fast food.
Yeah, so like a musical number about getting fast food.
I walk to Burger King, then I walk back home from Burger King.
Yeah, exactly like that, except better. And then I had one more, but I just can't remember my last one.
I mean, do you know about the complicated systems of musicals? There's like a whole thing with musicals and it being from opera, and like there's two types of songs in all musicals, right?
I mean, it doesn't have to be that well. It just
No.
felt like it was a good genre sort of vibe for getting a
But like
meal from
they're
KFC.
separate. The musicals are separated into I want songs and I am songs. You can like look at, you can like if you watch like Beauty and the Beast or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really clear like which songs are that I want. It's like Belle singing about how she wants to read or some shit, fucking woman, and then
I genuinely don't remember Beauty and the Beast.
well,
at all.
yeah,
But
no.
what about I Can Show You the World from Aladdin? Is that an I Am song or an I Want song?
It's an I want song, obviously.
Yeah, okay. It's literally in the song.
Yeah. It's in the song.
Yeah.
Or like, what about I wanna be where the people are? You know that one from what's that? Little Mermaid?
Bug Splat.
No, what?
Wait, I had to say Bugs Life and I said Bug Splat.
That's the power of good marketing.
Shit. Damn it.
Bug Splat Gaming.
What other Disney musical songs do I know?
Well, like just all like from Aladdin itself, right?
Yeah, okay.
The Friend Like Me is an I Am song.
That makes a lot of sense now you say it.
Prince Ali is I Am songs.
So we definitely want an I Want song, I think, if we do like...
Really? Why? Because
you're getting fast food. It's not... I'm not fast food.
no, okay, so let me go into the depth of musicals, right? So
This is too complicated for a shitty bit that's gonna suck.
musicals derive
Sorry.
from opera, right? And
Yes.
opera also has like basically two types of songs they use. It's called aria and repetitive. Is it repetitive? It's
Fuck
something
if
like
I
that.
know. I don't
It's
know
something like
music
that.
theory. I know what a bar is.
Yeah, so basically aria is the one where the character, like it's the big moment of the show where they express something,
I
like
see.
the inner deep, I wanna... That one, you know?
Yeah.
The one where they like scream into the audience and they like hold the note for a long time, like "Ah!" and then they end and then they all clap.
Most people clap in...
No, but that's
A lot
what
of
an
songs
aria
like
is. And then repetitive nobody cares about because arias are the cool ones.
I see.
And like, but opera is boring. It goes for like 6 hours and you can't hear what they're saying because they're all singing it. And so musicals are like for like a
better
kid's
version.
version. It's like a shorter one for like a family where they're like, oh, you know, if you have a kid, they're not gonna fucking watch opera for 6 hours. So it's like an hour and a half of like fun music.
I've seen some very depressing musicals in my life.
Yeah, well, why are you saying that kids don't want to watch depressing shit?
Yeah, there was a musical I watched where someone like killed themselves at the end of it.
Was it
Perfect for kids.
Cats?
No, Cats about like necrophilia or something.
Cats is all
Isn't it literally
repetitive.
about necrophilia?
No,
No,
what? It's about dying. Cats is actually just about dying.
Is it?
Yeah, because all the cats wants to go to the afterlife. What is it called? They get chosen, right, to die, and the entire thing is about how
So weird.
they all want to die or get chosen to die, and then they all express why they should die, and then Judi Dench shows up, and then
Of course.
like the movie is bad, but like the original one.
Yeah, well, I knew it was inspired by someone's book on necromancy.
Well, I feel like that it's not that big a deal.
Necromancy? Well,
Necromancy or necrophilia, either one.
so it was inspired on a book about necromancy, I think. but I just assumed it was about necrophilia because where else do you go from there?
So, necromancy being the art to revive someone from the dead, and necrophilia being about having sex with animals, and you thought you could go from one to the next.
No. Necrophilia is having sex with the dead.
Oh yeah, you're right. What am I thinking?
You're thinking of bestiality.
No, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I guess the train of thought kind of makes sense.
Yeah, right? I
Yeah.
just assumed.
Yeah. So, you want to turn it into like a love sort of, like a really romance.
Well, it doesn't have to be like a love ballad, but... Alright, well, which theme do you prefer? Or have you got a better one?
I've got a better one.
What's your theme?
I think we should go with an I Am song.
Yeah, but
Okay.
give us a theme, you know?
Okay.
I feel
Not
like
an
people
I
don't
Want
give a
song.
shit
Because
about the I Am.
Because I Want songs, we need that setup
So,
to get to the I Want. But I Am songs, it's like in between. So, basically, it's a song about... You can really, if you listen closely, you can hear my
he's really
head
trying.
just
I,
zoom and trying to find it.
Man,
find
if only you had a list of fucking ideas.
If only you told me. You were like, oh, I'll keep it a secret.
I thought this would be a good bit.
What? I know. You don't tell me anything, and then you're like, oh, choose, pick a thing. Pick a thing.
I mean,
Getting fast food is dumb.
no, it's cool.
I said it,
No,
and I already
no,
forgot
no.
what the first one was.
There was like a Disney princess ballad thing, you know?
Okay, but what's it about? The ballad.
Well, it's the style of. It's not necessarily like the theme yet hasn't been decided. Like, I mean,
Okay,
we haven't
then
decided the princess.
let's do a duet, right? We can do a duet.
Alright, in the style like a Disney princess
Yeah,
duet
yeah.
with her lover person.
Also, I don't know a single other one than I Want to Show You the World.
I can show you the world.
That's the title.
Should we just sing this song?
Word for word. How about the theme is You Want to Show Me the World.
I've recently just got a magic carpet and it flies.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you a ride on it.
Yeah. I have a monkey named Ampol.
I literally can't think of any other duets off the top of my head between.
Does Beauty and the Beast have a duet?
There's one in Tangled. But Beauty and the Beast would. I haven't seen that movie, like the modern one. And it's been years since I watched the old one.
What? But does it have a
Surely, right? Like I thought it would be cool to be like, my prince, and then have the person be like, say something back. It's like a duet. That's how duets work. There's two people singing.
Also, quit bumping the table. I can hear it every single time you bump the table in the recording.
I'm gonna move my chair back.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know. I feel like a duet, you need to like go back and forth, right?
Yeah. I think
What goes back and forth?
pendulums.
What if it was a song about pendulums?
Wait, I have it. This might sound crazy.
Okay.
Fuck. So what if we write a song about two people who are in love on different sides of a pendulum, and so they hit all these people to swing the other person to let them know that they love the person on the other end who they're in love with, but they have to hit everyone, and then
It starts off metaphorical. It's like, oh, I want to be on your side, but it's actually just literal. There's a giant pendulum over like New York City, and it's like a wrecking ball, and it just goes through the entire town, and then like halfway through it cuts like a news program, like the damage has been devastating here today.
I love this idea, even though it's gonna be fucking weird. But I think it's cool to be like, you're so far away. Be like a Romeo and Juliet, different sides of the thing, and they can't get together.
Lovers, a
Yeah.
cursed love, because the pendulum will always come back.
Well, no, they have to send their feelings to each other. They have to like smack other people, and then just in the background of the song, we just have the pendulum noise just going, donk, donk. That's my impression of pendulum. Pendulum. How do you pronounce pendulum?
Is it pendulum or pendulum? Pendulum.
Pendulum?
Is it like a J? Is it a J sound? Pendulum?
This one I'm gonna.
Yeah, yeah, we'll sound stupid.
Hey Siri, how do you pronounce pendulum? It didn't. Fuck. I thought it would say it out loud. It's just so bad. It Siri, what the fuck? Say pendulum. Just, hey Siri, say pendulum.
This is amazing. This is
Technology at its finest.
next level shit, dude. Oh my god.
The awkward stuff. It's beyond my abilities. What the fuck?
It's beyond. Let me try.
What the fuck, Siri? Can you
Say pendulum.
I won't respond to that.
Okay.
At least yours responded.
No, he said you won't. You fucking dick.
So we don't know how to say pendulum, and I think that's better.
I bet by 2020 we'll have flying cars. I won't respond to that. Okay.
I think for the song though, a great bit for the song in the chorus somewhere we got to have, and that's that type of pendulum love, something like that. You know, I think it would add a lot to the song.
Okay, what's the first line?
We don't need to write the song
Okay.
in order.
Alright.
We just
So-
random lines, and we should probably write them down and then just put them wherever we want.
If you want the authentic experience of people actually doing this properly, then you should go check out the Andy and man.
Hamish and Andy, the other
Podcast.
way around. Australian icons.
Andy
They're
and-
very popular in
Andy
Australia.
and Sandy podcast. What's the name?
Hamish and Andy.
Hamish and
They were on the
Andy.
radio when I was a child.
Nobody listens to the radio, so.
Well, they're
I
not on the
guess-
radio anymore. That's why then.
Okay, so.
They had like 3 TV shows.
Gosh.
I didn't watch them, but like they had them.
What is it? Was it Rick and Morty? Huh? Was it on Adult Swim?
Sorry, it
'Cause
wasn't
I
as
didn't-
funny as Pickle Rick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slash.
Yeah.
He turned himself into fucking pickle.
The funniest. That's. Yeah.
Sorry. I was just remembering that
Yeah.
joke from the.
Have you seen season 5
Some
of
of
Rick
it.
and Morty?
I think I'm like an episode behind.
I'm glad you put that down on the table. Stop putting things on the table. You know the mic can like pick it up as soon as you put it on the table, right?
Sorry, I'm writing down
Jesus
my
Christ.
our idea for the
It's
song.
like a volcano eruption.
Okay.
Christ.
And I think that we should call it that for the songwriting for today. We have an idea and one line.
This sucks. I'm gonna be honest with you, this sucks.
It'll get better. Next episode, then we'll have like the idea already sorted out. You just hit the fucking table, you asshole.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, did I ever tell you the story of when I was hit by a bus? Because it happened like a few months ago. And
Why
I
were
feel
you
like I
hit by
only
a
told
bus?
one person this story.
Why the hell were you hit by a bus?
I was going to work, right? And I mean, to get the full context of this story, I was running late to work. I missed my first bus. I was taking the bus that gets me there exactly on time. It's usually like a minute late, but then, you know, it sucks. I was running late, so I was in my work uniform. I was like trying to get to the bus, and the bus driver was like stopping every stop, driving really slowly. He like waited at one of the bus stops for some fucking reason. Like he could easily go, and he was just sitting there. And I think I don't know why he was doing that. He's an asshole, and I hate him. Anyway, I was on this bus, and as I'm leaving to get off the bus, I go to like swipe my go card, and I drop it. It doesn't swipe.
Oh,
I drop the go card, and it's just on the floor. So my instinct reaction is I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pick up the go card. So I like lean down to pick up the go kart. I like pop a squat on the bus.
Yeah.
And then something happened.
Okay.
The door opened.
And did you just fall out of the door?
No, the door fucking hit me and I fell back. And then it was so awkward. So then I like got up and he like started opening the door, like closing the door again because it hit me, and he was like, oh shit. So he like pushed the button when it hit me. And then I like started to get up and he's like, oh, he's already moved. And then like opened it again and it hit me again. And I fell over again. And then
How did you fall for that twice?
Well, because I was like popping a squat, so then I like got back up and I wasn't like fully standing up yet. I was just like halfway up, and then the door hit me twice, and I fucking fell again. And then my go-kart was like caught behind the door, so I had to like reach in like behind the door to grab it. And this one's entirely my fault. I just fell over while I was reaching for my go-kart.
So the people on the bus just watching you get hit by the bus.
No one else
door.
got on at this bus stop. There was one guy who looked like he was gonna get up, and then watched this happen and was like, I'll just get off at the next stop. but I fell over while grabbing my go-kart. And I finally grabbed it and like scanned it and got off the bus. I'm like, thank fuck. The situation's over now. I'm like done with this. I don't want to look at this bus again. And as I'm walking down the street, the bus driver like pulls up next to me. He's like following me down the street, and he like opens the door and it's like, hey, you alright? And I just like keep walking, and then he does it again. He's like, hey, you alright? And I'm like, just fuck off, just leave me alone. I know this sucked and it happened, but that doesn't help. And I was like, yep.
It's all good.
It really fucking hurt. Like really badly. Like those doors hit you pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the story of how I got
Dude,
hit by a bus.
I feel like they should have regulations or like a test of like bus drivers, and well, they do have fucking tests for bus drivers.
The
You have to
driving
take it.
test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like a mental test to see if they're like psychologically okay.
But I was just so pissed because he like followed me down the street to make sure I was okay, and I was like, just leave. Like obviously I'm walking fine, you know, I'm not hurt that badly that I can't move. And he just made me feel like shit. Everyone else on the bus is now like waiting for my response to be like, yeah, I'm good.
Did you reply?
Yeah, I did. Not the first time. I like kept walking, like pretend I ignored him and was just hoping he'd drive off again. And then he pulled up next to me again.
And then you're like,
Yeah, no, I'm fine. And I hate public transport now because I got hit by a bus.
Dude, one time I was on, I don't know, I think I might have told you this story, but I was on one of the buses that I catch to school every day, and but I missed my usual bus, so I took the second one, which was like a slightly different bus. There's like 3 stops different or something. And so it like adds like an extra stop. Like the one I usually take is like an express, and then the one that came afterwards is more like it stops at most of the stops kind of bus.
I see.
And I didn't realize that because I was dumb. And I forgot that it stopped at every stop, right?
Yeah.
So I pressed the button to get off at my stop, but it stops like early. It stops at the one before the one I'm trying to get off at. And I was like, oh shit, I should say something. And I look around and I see someone like sort of like move. So I'm like, oh, I guess if he's getting off, then I shouldn't tell the driver like, oh, never mind, can you keep going? Because then he's gonna be like, oh, actually, I want to get off here.
Yeah.
And so I like wait for a second, and then I look back again, and he sat back down. And I was like, you son of a bitch, you screwed me. And so now it's too late to say anything to the bus driver because it's been like 10 seconds. And so I'm like, shit, I should just nobody saw me. Everyone was talking, so nobody saw me. And so I sort of like look back down, get on, like put out my phone, and I'm just hoping the bus driver like drives off, right?
Yeah.
This fucking guy stays at this one stop for like a minute, like a whole minute. He just is waiting there, and no one's getting on and no one's getting off, and everyone's just sort of like waiting.
Yeah.
And I feel like at that point, like all of the bus, like the passengers were like, the heck is up with this guy, right?
Yeah. At that point, you just drive off.
And everyone's sort of like thinking like, what's going on? And the door closed, but nobody says anything at this point.
Yeah.
The door closes, and the bus drives off again. And the next stop, the one that I was originally intending to get off at, there's like, it's a pretty big one. It's a pretty big stop, so like a few people wanted to get off there. So I didn't even press the button. The other people pressed the button to get off.
Yeah, that's nice.
At the next stop. And so I'm like, okay, I can just hide amongst the people and like vanish from this driver forever. We get to the stop, and he just keeps driving. He doesn't stop. And everyone's like, what?
Bro, what the fuck?
Because the light is on, it says bus stopping, and it just drives past the stop. And everyone's like, okay. Nobody says anything after that, because I guess the Australians are just nice people, or they don't care. I think it's the second one. They just
I think
don't
a
care.
lot of people were just like sitting on that bus being like, what the fuck do I say? Like, that was
Yeah.
my stop. I don't
Like-
want to be like, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
That stop's like, you know, has something going on, you know?
Yeah. So, and this is like a highway. This is like a bus highway. So
Yeah. I think I know where it is, kind of vaguely.
Yeah. So it's not like a regular road. So the bus starts speeding towards the next stop, and everyone's like, "Huh, that's weird," but nobody says anything. We get to
Yeah.
the next stop, which is like quite a few, like a distance away,
Yeah.
right? Because it's a highway. There's quite a bit of distance between. You can't like walk towards.
It's crazy. That's how fucking things work.
Look, buddy, and I'm trying to express that he did this for a.
Sorry.
He didn't say I'm sorry in like the 5
Neither
minutes he
did
was
you.
driving. Shut up. It's not about me. It's about the driver. And he gets to the next stop and he drives past it again. And at this point, everyone on the bus is like, "Hey, what the hell? You missed 2 stops. Are you fucking crazy?" And like a lady like comes to the front and she knocks on the bus driver window and she's like, "Hey, you know, you missed a stop." And the driver, he's like, "Yeah, I know."
What a dick thing to say.
And everyone's just like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's going on?" And then he's like, somebody pressed the stop button and didn't get off. And she was mad about that. And he was like, and so they have to apologize or I'm not stopping the bus. is what this man says. And
Obviously, you did the right thing here, and
so obviously I put my earphones on max and sort of try and hide from the light. So like a bunch of people are like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" Right? You're a crazy person.
yeah, no, he is.
And everyone on the bus starts like murmuring and starts like talking. Like, what the hell? No, he's not stopping the bus. It's been like more than 5 minutes since the stop he missed, and he's like speeding through like a bunch of stops. And now we're like quite far away, and everyone's like, "You have to stop the bus." And one lady's like, "Oh, I was late to work yesterday because of traffic, and now I'm late because of a fucking bus driver. God damn it!" And she like rages like at the bus driver. And like the people, like there were kids sitting behind me, like high schoolers, and they were like, "You know, this driver is taking all of us to a destination without a consent. Is this kidnapping?" And they start like laughing, and I'm sitting there like, "Oh my fucking god, holy shit!"
It pretty
What the
much
fuck do I
is.
do?
That's what he's doing. He's kidnapped a bus full of people and
Yeah.
won't let them off.
Yeah, right.
That is pretty much kidnapping.
And then he like finally stops the bus at like a stop that like 5 stops like after the one. And everyone's just like really mad at him. Everybody gets off the bus. One person's like, "Oh, I'm supposed to go to like another stop, but I'm not even gonna be on this bus because you're crazy. I'm gonna catch the next bus with the same like line or whatever."
Yeah, fair enough.
And everyone's super mad. And I also just like get off with my hand on my face like, "Oh shit. This is time to like silently disappear into the shadows."
There's like 2 big sides to the story. There's like the bus driver, obviously in this situation, is a fucking arsehole. He's being paid to go to the bus stops. Even
Yeah.
if someone doesn't like get off, you're still getting paid. Just fucking move on with your life. It doesn't matter that much.
I know, he's such an idiot person.
You just
A
had
rude
to stop
person.
like one time and no one got off, and you're like, well, I might have had to stop here anyway if someone did want to get off. It doesn't really add any extra time to my life.
Yeah,
Like nothing changed.
yeah.
And then there's the
What's
other
what's
side.
the other side?
You could have avoided the entire fucking situation if you had said, "Hey, sorry, that was me who pushed the button. I haven't taken this bus before. I thought it was a different stop." And it would have solved the entire problem.
I know it would have, but person was gonna get up. And I was like, oh, that person is getting off, but he didn't get off, so it's that guy's fault, right?
No, it's entirely your fault. What do you mean it's that guy's fault?
It's that guy's fault.
Oh, yeah,
it's
he
absolutely
was like-
that guy's fault.
He was shifting his ass in his chair to get a better groove. And then you're like,
Don't ass shift at the stop, because I'm gonna think that you're
where else are you
getting
gonna
off.
ass shift? On a moving bus? Are you a psychopath?
No, I don't know, choose a better time. Look, read the room, alright? Don't ass shift when I have my fucking...
It's not a read the room here.
This is totally read the room. It's terrible. I feel like it's absolutely the bus driver's fault, and it's not my fault that I didn't say sorry, and I stayed silent through the entire thing, even though the driver was like, if you say sorry, I'll stop the bus.
He's like, if you just apologize, this entire situation will be avoided.
Yeah.
And you're just like, no.
That was like halfway, by the way. Like, after he said that, he kept driving for like another like while, and I just didn't say anything. I just stayed silent.
In fairness, I probably wouldn't have said anything after that point. Like, after the point where he's like getting pissed off at people, and he's like, you made me stop at a fucking station and no one got off. And he's like obviously shown to be a fucking crazy guy.
Exactly, right?
Then I would have said
I'm gonna get
anything.
shot. That's
like-
what's gonna happen.
But
Is
like,
if
in the first situation, if I pushed the button, I had done it before, like a few times.
Yeah, I would have done it too. But the ass shift man, it was the guy. The ass shift man
It's
literally
not the ass shift man's fault.
he shifted his ass, and I was like, well, I
Hey,
can't.
hey, you know what? You know?
Did you just ass shift on me?
Yeah, I just ass shifted.
I can't
Did
believe
it again.
You stop at that. Okay, you know what? He did that. He did exactly the thing you did, and I thought he was getting. It's not complicated.
Not even a sign that I'm getting off a bus. I shifted my ass slightly to the left.
Fine, whatever. Okay, maybe I could have done something there.
I mean,
But I still think that ass shift man is like almost 90% to blame.
no.
Right?
No. There's two people to blame in this situation, and ass shift man is not one of them. He's like the only person in this situation who is innocent.
Well, fuck.
You remember the other time we were on the bus together, going to Mount Tambourine? We mined for gold.
Yeah. We
Wasn't
went mining.
Yeah. And we had that bus driver who was just like really racist.
He
Remember
was
this guy?
the personified version of I'm not racist, but
He said that like a few times on our bus trip. You know.
yeah. And he said something like, oh, you know, Australia is like a country where all the races can mingle and you know, it's a harmony, and that's why I hate the indigenous people.
That's what he said.
I'm sorry?
That is basically what he said. Like,
Sorry, excuse me, sir, but I think I missed like a footnote there. You went from all people should, you know, harmonize together, and, you know, love not hate, to I hate the indigenous.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
the worst part is, so we took a train into the Gold Coast and then had to take another bus from the Gold Coast to Mount Tambourine because
Yeah.
neither of us can fucking drive. So
Yeah.
it took 3 hours for a 50-minute trip.
Yeah.
And then we were on this bus alone. Like, we thought there'd be other people on this bus, but it was just us.
It was like a custom charter.
Yeah.
So the driver like spoke to us.
And the whole time we're just trying to have like a conversation between us two, like a private, you know, we're talking about like our friends, we're shitting on people, we're like, damn,
Yeah.
you've seen Bill Gates got divorced, fucking bitch.
Yeah, and I was like, and you know, Lachlan's like, I think I'm gonna approach him and try and marry him.
I did say that.
I
That was
like, don't do
I did say that. Yeah, but anyway, we're trying to have this conversation the whole time. And we're just like having a conversation about whatever. And he's just like, you know, a lot of the Aboriginal people live around here. I hate those guys.
And like with all the silences, just like, yeah.
He did. He also like kidnapped us, kind of. Like,
Oh yeah, he was like, I'll take you on the tour of the
Yeah.
mountain, and we're like,
we
yeah,
just wanted him to give us a bus trip to this place.
Just,
And
you
he's
know.
just like, yeah, you want to, I'll give you a free tour of the entire mountain. We're like, we don't want this. It's like, come on. And then he took us to all these different spots.
And like, the tour was like, see this road? There's no light here, so you can see the stars. Oh, okay. You know what? I hadn't thought of that. I hadn't thought of the fact that if there's no fucking light, I can see stars. You piece of shit. That you you went on like a 10-minute detour to go to this road.
You remember we passed like 30 vineyards, and he's like, yeah, they don't actually grow wine in here anymore. It's just an empty vineyard. And then we went past like 30 of those.
Just like, yeah, is that a field? Yeah, that's that's a tree right there. You know, that's a good tree. That's another tree. This isn't a tour.
And that's a vineyard. It was empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he studied to be an engineer, right? And then he was a registered psychologist.
He did brag a lot.
And he was a security guard before he was a bus driver. This man, like, achieved everything in life and then became a fucking bus driver.
Yeah.
Right?
And a racist.
And a racist.
He became racist also.
Yeah, because that's why he brought it up, because we were, like, talking about him being a security guard for some reason. And then he's like,
yeah.
He's like, usually I used to, like, let the white people through, but I used to have to check the Aboriginals. It's like this one day I had to tackle an Aboriginal person because they were running off with something.
And he was like, you know.
It's like, you know
what?
how those Aboriginals are.
What do you?
It's
No.
like, no, we don't.
Elaborate, please.
That's racist.
What are you
Stop.
talking about? Yeah.
Great guy though. It was really nice.
Oh, dude.
Aside from the racism.
Yeah, and the kidnapping.
And the kidnapping.
And the bragging.
And he kept cutting us off
did
in
do
conversation.
He was really.
Actually, he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
now
he
that I
was
say
a bit of a dick.
Yeah,
But
no,
you know,
it's-
overall nice guy.
Yeah. He had a nice bus.
Yeah, the bus was cool. It was like automatic and it made a dumb noise.
Also, to point this out, we sat at the back of the bus so that he wouldn't talk to us. And he did. He still felt the need.
Did we sit at the back of the bus?
Well, there was like 4 rows and we sat in like the 3rd one, which is basically
Oh yeah,
back.
yeah. It wasn't even like I think we sort of physically used physical language to try and tell him not to talk to us, and he didn't catch that.
Yeah, it was...
Probably because he was racist.
That's it. Racist people tend to not be very smart.
Yeah. You know, what's a famous racist person?